here, and Frank, did Everton almost make the perfect start?
It did. We talked about Everton coming out. I think that's where the mentioned the emotion and the crowd being behind them and a perfect start almost. You know, it wasn't really a clear-cut chance, but if they'd have got their nose in front earlier, it would have made a big difference in the game. But you know, they're starting on the front foot. It goes down the line here. They sort of get a bit of a yard. It's not really clear-cut. It's a cross shot kind of thing. And the rebound falls slightly different.
Does the hand from Courtois actually pull it closer to goal?
It pulls it closer. You know, I don't think he's quite exactly where his near post is there. He knows he's kind of covering it, but it might go wide. It clips the inside of his hand. Could fall to Lukaku, but really, actually Gary Cahill makes a good reaction on it.
What about his threat so far, Thierry Lukaku?
Well, that's a bit typical run there, because you want him to flick the ball. He doesn't, but the reaction is good. Then is it a clear-cut chance? No, it isn't. It would have been a good goal from him. That's what I'm talking about. You want him to flick that ball, but he didn't. But then he's aware of what's happening and trying to hit the target, with his right foot, but he didn't.
A couple of big moments for Chelsea going forward. Do you normally expect them to be a bit more ruthless?
Yes, a bit more clinical. You always look at Hazard and Costa. And obviously Chelsea have tried to get around Hazard, and Guy's going to almost done a man-to-man marking job on him. I think that ball could go now. Just slide him in. I think he waits that extra second, makes it a bit more difficult, narrows down the angle. But even when he goes past him, when he gets past the goalkeeper, with his quality, you still expect him to score because he's in such red-hot form. I just think if he passes it maybe just now, gives him that extra time, he can maybe shoot first time. But he's unlucky. But it's just, you know, normally with the way that he's playing, you expect him to score. And this is the other one, great bit of movement by Costa, Thierry.
Yes, and he does ever so well, but here, just touch it. That's all you need to do. Keep it high, above the head of the goalkeeper, and it's a goal. The goalkeeper is always going to go down. But I mean, it's easy to talk when you're here. You know, that's what I would have done for me.
It's a tough skill when you turn completely there and you've got to shoot. But I do think when you know you're that close to goal, no need to try and smash it. Just say, miss-hit it, whatever you do, or just do a delicate finish.
Do you think Chelsea will be reasonably comfortable right now?
I think so. I mean, it's not an eye fish for them, obviously. You know, against Everton, at any time with the quality Lukaku, Barkley, they're forward players, they can do something. But I think they'll be pretty happy. It's been quite a slow game, not loads of intensity in it, and I think that lets Chelsea control it. They might feel as the game goes on their big players can then score.
Do you think Conte might take the point, Frank? Do you think he'd be happy with a point?
I think he would. He wouldn't have declared that before the game for sure, but I think when you look at the big picture and they're running this game coming afterwards, I think a point away at Everton will be good for them today. Yeah.
He talked about the lack of intensity. Ronald Koeman after the game against West Ham, and pretty quiet so far at Goodison Park. No goals as yet, no breakthrough for Chelsea, so as things stand, Spurs would have the chance to cut the gap here later. We still have 45 minutes to play though.
League title race. They have the look of champions, you can't doubt that. They were frustrated at half-time when they couldn't get a breakthrough, but it was a moment of magic from Pedro that set them on their way. A scruffy goal from Cahill, and then an influential substitution with Willian getting on the score sheet as well, giving them a prized victory. And if they can win their 3 remaining home games, now there is nothing Tottenham can do to stop them. Everton 0, Chelsea 3.
Home to Middlesbrough a week on Monday, then away to West Brom, then home to Watford, and they finish against Sunderland. 3 wins from those 4 games, as Rob was saying, and the title is theirs. 12 years to the day since Chelsea won their first title for half a century. That is a big step towards their 5th Premier League title. Frank Lampard scored 2 goals that day at Bolton to seal the title for Chelsea. He's with us now. Does it feel like it's almost there now, Frank?
I think the pictures say it all. Huge step for Chelsea, very clinical performance, comfortable in the end, and you can see Conte there, he feels it. He won't say it quite yet, but he feels it.
It's a big step towards it. It's a massive blow for Spurs on the eve of a huge game for them. But these pictures just tell you everything you need to know about what that result means to Chelsea and their followers. Everton's second best today. And it's been interesting elsewhere as well on this Sunday, a busy Sunday. Manchester United being held at home by Swansea early, and Swansea with a big chance to win it late on there. And it's just finished as well at the Riverside. And Middlesbrough had themselves in front twice. Manchester City pegged them back twice. Gabriel Jesus with the late equaliser there, finished 2 apiece. And Chelsea have done their job, beating Everton by 3-0. Don't forget, you can see all the goals from the Sky Sports Football Score Centre app. All the goals from today, right there. So this is how things stand. Chelsea have gone 7 points clear now at the top of the table. It's been a good day for Liverpool because Manchester City stumbling, Manchester United stumbling. Good day for Arsenal as well. But even after today, we'll still have another game in hand. Everton stay there in 7th place. Picture hasn't changed at the bottom, but Middlesbrough and Swansea have just got a point closer to Hull City. All of those teams have 3 games left. Swansea now 2 points adrift, Middlesbrough 6 behind Hull City, Sunderland already down. Rafael Nadal chasing his record 10th win in Barcelona. That's right now over on Sky Sports Mix, and still to come here on Super Sunday, the last ever North London derby at White Hart Lane. Well, how would you sum that up, Thierry, from Chelsea today?
That's the win of a champion. We thought that Everton was going to have a go, especially with the way they've been playing at home recently, scoring goals, not conceding a lot. But I'm afraid, we talked about it at the beginning of the game, they were very pragmatic. They had a pragmatic approach about the game today, and they allowed Chelsea to get on the ball. Apart from that first opportunity at the beginning of the game, Chelsea deserved to win the game, and it looks like they might be a champion. Who knows? You know, I didn't expect them to lose against Palace. It looks like they have an easier calendar at the end of the season than Tottenham, but it looks...
About this as the final hurdle, but look at this. Look at these pictures, Frank. What do they tell us?
Well, team spirit, a feeling that they're there. As I said, I don't think they'll declare that to us quite yet, but the feeling in the dressing room will be that, the fans there. I mean, that's great to see with your manager. I think Chelsea fans have seen that from Conte all season, that passion, the feeling of togetherness, and they're showing it there. Gary Cahill with his top off.
Is he a manager that players love to play for?
I think so. Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, I know he works them hard on the training ground, and it's very repetitive. He works on tactics in the team, and that can sometimes be difficult because it can be slightly boring. But I think he's found that great balance of working hard, organising them, and then when players see that, you can't help but respond to that as a player when your manager acts like that.
Now, I think it's fair to say that he's happy.
And every game they seem to find a special moment. Today, Pedro, unbelievable strike.
So we're talking about a guy that was playing in the best team in the world for a very long time, and he has that in his locker. I was with him in training. Still don't know if he's right-footed or left-footed, but man, that is a goal. And I've seen him doing that this year also on the other side, but it with his right. But he has no problem going on his left or on his right. He is so good when it comes to that. And what a goal and what a way to unlock the game.
It didn't feel like there was a way back after that, Frank, did it? But a helping hand really from second.
Listen, disappointing obviously on Everton's behalf, but you have to say about Gary Cahill now, 8 goals this season, a lot of goals in his career as a defender. Some defenders, they go up for corners and nobody sniff danger, they don't sense or feel that they're going to make a difference. He does that time and time again.
But here's the icing on the cake. Quality in this, Thierry.
Amazing. But that's Cesc Fabregas at his best. You know, he's always looking to pass the ball, reverse pass, the best cross in the game for me. Like
I love the way he runs behind it. He could easily just stay in his position, but he doesn't. But when he gets there, the quality to know that Willian's there, awareness, perfect weight on the ball.
Always on the move.
Yeah.
Immediate reaction then from Goodison Park. Gary Cahill now with Jeff Shreves.
Gary, did those celebrations and smiles tell us the significance of this victory?
It was convincing in the end, but we had to work hard for it. We had to work very hard for it. In the first half, it was very tough. We felt we needed to go to the next level. We needed to push a bit harder second half. We spoke about, you know, giving everything, leaving everything out there in the second half, and the lads did that. What a special goal from Pedro as well. At times in games, you need a little bit of class to open up a team, and that's what Pedro gave us today. You know, fantastic football and whipped in the top corner, and it gave us that platform then to go on.
Did you know much about your goal?
I know it hit the back of the net. No, I tried to get across the front. I took my line off the wall, so I was the other side. I felt like I had a chance if I put it in the front post. I just tried to get across, and yeah, another goal for me. So I'm buzzing with that. I'm delighted. You can see on my face, you know, it's a huge result for us.
Do you feel this puts the pressure on Tottenham now, or do you feel it's all in your hands? Doesn't matter what they do.
Both. I think we've been saying in our dressing room that we expect them to win every single game. So it's down to us and it's in our hands. But it's got to be disheartening to, you know, they've gone on 8 or 9 games, is it now, that they've won on the spin. It's very difficult to do that in the Premier League. To keep having to do it is tiring. But credit to them, you know, they're doing well. They're pushing us to the end. They've got a huge game this afternoon, and we can put our feet up now. We've earned that victory. We've worked very hard, and we were the better side today, I thought.
Great stuff, Gary. Thank you.
The mood will be in that Chelsea dressing room now. Do you think they will be feeling that it's done?
Well, if you can go off that interview, very good. I mean, he's like a young boy, you know. Brilliant. I mean, for him, you can see that Gary Cahill now, he's in a captain this year. You know, John Terry's club captain with Gary on the pitch, and the dressing room will be on fire. I mean, that's going to be a really buzzing. They knew the importance of this game. Everton didn't really turn up, but on paper, it was the one we all looked at. This game's coming after, which is of massive importance, but the feeling in there is going to be we are that close.
It is almost done for Chelsea, but not quite yet. More reaction over on Sky Sports News HQ and across our digital platforms. They will feel their job is done, and to Spurs once again to see how they respond to a wonder show from Chelsea in the second half at Goodison Park. The North London derby comes next.